This is Got Off Topic.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
I'm Neisha. We talk about everything from Disney movies
To blowjobs.
And everything in between. Hopefully we don't offend.
We probably will.
This is
Got Off Topic.
Cheers.
And a chuck.
The way we'll start out every show,
Is with a toast
hopefully,
to our friendship.
more than this show.
3 best friends are we. Okay, so here's our first podcast that we've ever done. It's already going amazingly.
Oh, great.
We've got a little liquid courage in us.
So we've actually been doing this for the last 2 or 3 hours. We just started recording in the last
We kind
45 seconds.
I don't want to say we blew our load early, but
No, it happened.
We'll see what happens for the next 2 or 3 hours. So, who wants to say?
You can't see facial expressions.
Yes.
So
We're in Austin, Texas, the music capital of the world 10 years ago. Now it's the condominium downtown capital of the world.
Hipster,
Hipster,
bar, coffee house.
Bar, coffee house. We were actually drinking at a coffee
I would say
house, the
travel,
Red Horn,
but-
where we met a lovely gentleman who also does podcasts. Apparently
Yes, we
everybody
did.
does podcasts. We
Every
should go to
brewery-
HEB and ask people who does a podcast.
Every
And do a
barista-
podcast of who does
You do a podcast. What do you do a podcast? Everybody does a podcast.
For every coffee house is also a brewery, and vice versa.
One in the same.
Yes, it's one in the same. And you get a sandwich, though.
A good sandwich. It looked pretty good.
And chips.
It was delicious.
It was a panini.
It was a panini.
It was a panini.
Panini.
Man, look at you, Mr. Fancy.
Turkey.
Baked chips look like
I
too.
think your long hair has
Yeah.
changed you.
You know.
So,
And
thank you.
sweat.
we had a whole list of topics we wanted to talk about. Do
We have a few.
you want to open your phone and then we can look at that list and then we'll just start freestyling? We're kind of rappers too, but not really.
So says you.
We've been going over a variety of topics.
Yes. Wow, you sound like a
Yeah.
newsman. All of a sudden. We've been talking about a variety of topics.
Also, we're also clear at 90 the rest of the week.
Clear is still 90. Is that like a
Clear
new
at
acne
90.
medicine?
I'm the weatherman.
Oh, you do.
I got
We
into
do
the
it
weather,
every
right?
newscast. News
Start calling you Britt.
Yeah, you know.
We should bring Alexa in here and say, "What's the weather this week?"
in 90 actually feels good for her. Normally it's about 100.
Yeah, for June.
For June, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're from California, Texas sucks. So don't come here.
It's horrible.
Please
It's
don't
a horrible
come here.
place to come.
If you're from
There's
Florida,
too many of you guys.
don't come here.
I don't know what you've heard.
Except for the California friends I have here already. They're lovely.
Quite.
Quite lovely. Yes, quite.
I like them.
We
Please don't
we
go
meet
home.
for tea
Those-
all the time.
Those people, please don't go home.
Yes.
Everybody else, go away.
Yes,
Fuck you.
everyone else. Fuck you.
You're all the worst.
Unless you're listening to this. And then you guys have something going for you. You're all right.
First
All right.
topic.
First
Mike.
topic.
All right, so
Mike,
we
you
got a
wanna
number
lead
of
us off?
topics we're going to go over. We have a list here, so we could cover most of them today or over the next few weeks, but
Forever.
forever, hopefully.
This is going to be 3 hours long. What are you talking about? We got plenty.
Yeah.
Oh, 3
I
hours.
hope you got a long drive and nowhere to stop.
We do have some breaks, right? I hope so.
No.
Great.
You use your bottle. when you
Brace
have
will,
it.
Brace will just make this
I'm
long.
using Dumb and Dumber. All right. Let's be serious.
Okay, a number of topics here. We like to discuss hard-hitting, pretty much things you argue about in the bar or, in Austin in the coffee house bar.
Coffee house bar,
So-
yes. When you're eating paninis.
When you're
and
eating
drinking,
paninis.
what is that thing you call where you get the flight?
That's a flight.
A flight
of beer,
of beer.
yes.
The
Yeah, where you get a taste of everyone. Because every place in Austin is also a craft brewery,
Yep.
so they also make their... Yeah, what's funny, a little history lesson here.
Gross.
If you're from...
He's the only native Texan.
I'm the
in
only
room.
native Austinite in here, so if you've ever
Really?
been...
True? Born and raised?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I thought we'd known that.
He took his first
we've
plane
spent-
at 40.
We've spent a lot of time together. Yes, I very rarely have made it. Let's see, how far have I gone?
He went to Portland.
Been out of the country
Oregon
a couple of
once.
times.
See, that's further than
Went
To Mexico, which won't happen again.
You went to
But,
Mexico?
Cancun, does that count?
I went to
I don't know,
Cancun
does that
and
count?
Cabo and
Cozumel?
Playa del Carmen.
I guess it counts.
I'm a world traveler myself.
Not our.
I wouldn't do it again, but I don't know if I can do it again now. Can you actually leave the country now?
With Trump?
I don't
I
know,
don't
man.
think
I
so.
don't think it'll be back.
I think,
Once
well,
you
you
leave,
You can
can,
leave, but you can't get, well...
You're officially
before you
next
get
day
that
and
tan,
done.
you probably could get back in, and then you might have some hassle.
Let's see.
with
No, let's
Holly
see.
Taylor.
I have been up to Oregon and Washington. That's about the farthest I've been.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's a story for another.
And the same distance.
Maybe in a
on
later
obstacles.
episode.
Yeah, when we start getting into
When we start
sex lives of our past.
talking about the past. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about our travels during those shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to take another drink real quick.
Thanks for the update.
Payback, please.
I'm going to take a swig too, just so you guys know what's going on. Where have you
You say you
traveled?
want to go ahead and...
I know you've
Might as
been
well
to
follow
Minneapolis,
us
where
over
you
Oh, okay.
here. We also need a spit cup for Neisha. Where have you been, Neisha?
Everywhere except out of the states.
So all over every state in the
Every
Union?
single state,
Have you
but
been to Maine?
No way.
only about like 15 of them.
Oh,
Every single state, but just 15.
But just 15.
the 50.
I mean, there's probably only about a handful that matter. Texas being
Yeah,
the first
well,
one.
a lot of mine were right through the middle of the
What was
country.
your favorite state?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. It's my favorite. Probably because I just spent the most time there and I have a very special connection with Minnesota.
You do
But-
have a very
yeah.
special connection. Prince.
But I've been to, I've been this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. And
See, when I brought this topic up, you didn't seem as interested in where I am.
I was just going to ask, what was your
I think
favorite
he was
state
trying
you've
to
been to?
include
Well-
me. He felt bad because I'm being quiet. I'm the listener.
I think it was the gaze I gave him.
Gaze?
The gaze I gave him, he's right. I better
Yeah.
ask him the question. Same
I
question.
went towards gay. And now
Well, it's funny you say gay because our first topic is okay.
Yes.
And my favorite was Oregon. I'm gonna.
Okay,
it is
okay.
beautiful.
What was the first topic we were going to talk about?
Here's the topic. If you're a couple, and you could be a gay couple, a straight couple, a couple, whatever. It could be your pets. It doesn't really matter.
I guess technically there's more couples than that.
Poly.
I don't know if you can categorize what a couple is nowadays. Can you say what they are? Does
If you're
it
in a
matter?
relationship with someone else.
If you're in a relationship
Yes,
with
if you
someone,
were
there you go.
happy
You
with
can't-
somebody else.
Happy with anybody.
You can't say what type of marriage or relationship it is nowadays because you'll get sued. So
I feel fairly certain that I'm in a relationship with a woman. But
if I think I am too,
At the moment.
I'm positive that I. No,
Not
I'm
just- not just
positive
you,
that I
Neisha.
am. I'm positive that I am. I
Or you
can't
have a
say
special
that.
relationship, Jay.
we do.
You can't say
People
that.
don't
Though.
understand.
You can't say that you're in a relationship with a woman because
can't say it?
some
Am I
man
gonna
would
get
get
sued?
someone would get offended. So you're just in a relationship. Now we'll
Well,
talk to
I-
her about this later.
I mean, I'm fairly certain she's a woman.
Jason's wife will be a guest on a future show.
She'll probably show up
she
here
probably-
getting home from work in about 10 minutes.
Probably doesn't know this, but anyway.
We're going to ambush her. It's going to be like
We'll talk-
fucking ambush
We'll
journalism.
talk to her about her correct gender later.
Would you describe yourself as a
Describe yourself
female?
as a woman.
But getting back to the topic.
Yes, the
again,
topic. That's,
we-
oh,
we
now
got
you
off
want to get on
I
topic.
thought we were still on topic.
For 10 minutes.
We are on
we've been-
topic. I'm just saying, I can't. A couple. Okay, you have two people in a relationship. Whatever they are.
What is that
whoever.
Michael Bolton song that you love so much?
You know, it's funny. Before we started this show, we were at a bar, the coffee house.
we were
bar.
in a coffee house.
Coffee
We
house
served
bar.
beer.
Again, which is about maybe 60% of the bars in Austin are coffee house bars, and then a pizza shop and Starbucks and shit. But so
Mostly coffee houses, though.
we were having a discussion about songs that you never want to admit that you really like.
Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure songs. Yes, there you go.
Yes.
That's a big word.
That you
too.
don't
That's a
normally
big
want to
word.
admit, but
Yes, and so we kicked around some ideas. I think, I don't know if we're ready to.
Nisha did because
say
she's
it.
not ashamed of anything.
But she's not ashamed,
I
and
can't.
that's
I
good.
can't
That's
think of
admirable.
one.
I thought of one.
What?
Remember, it was the I don't know the name of the song. It's that Katy Perry song.
Oh, the Katy
He was a
Perry.
Katy
You're hot
Perry
when you're
guy.
cold. You're
Why don't
yes,
you
then you're
own it?
no.
Why do you have to be ashamed of it?
I don't know, but when when it would come on in the car, I'd be rocking it, man.
Well, what's funny
that's
is
a good song.
what's funny is Jason says Katy Perry. I'm going to go a little further back because of we're getting back to our age. We should really have more of a library than Katy Perry. I'm a little disappointed that you would say Katy Perry when that song was out. Like 2 years ago? Let's go a little further back. Let's go a little further back.
Okay.
I'm going to throw out, and there's probably a lot of people. Again, leave a comment when we have some page to comment on.
Well, the page will be up before this podcast.
Yes, I believe it will. If not, Instagram.
all because
will.
of what Mike is going to do.
I haven't decided to do that yet. But
I thought you decided not to do that.
all
You're
I'm
going to
doing,
do the Instagram.
I'm going to do Instagram,
Okay,
but
all right.
we're getting back to the stuff I'm going to post. I wasn't going to, but I might post it now.
It almost
Okay.
just fell out of my chair.
It really
forward.
just depends.
You need more beer.
I do. I think I do.
That's another thing. I think when we...
Let me grab one. Would you like one, Mike?
yes, please. Please, because we still haven't got to our topic. We're on another topic now.
That is clearly Neisha's
No, this
fault.
is so
I
stupid.
apologize.
There's not another topic. Okay, the songs. Okay,
Yes, the songs.
whilst I was disappointed
At my
that
choice.
you said Katy Perry, which is all of 2 or 3 years old. 'Cause
Yes.
Katy Perry is, whilst my daughter loves Katy Perry and wife, I'll look
Still
at her.
lungs on her.
I'll look at her, but I'm
That's
just
the only
not.
reason to like a musician.
She's got what on her?
If you want to talk someone who's talented, that's Lady Gaga. She's talented. She's talented because
You can't argue with that. She's
No,
talented.
she is.
she's
Any
talented.
woman that can go to an award show wearing a meat dress has got to have something.
She
to back
did
it
an
up.
album with Tony Bennett. Okay, now
Oh yeah, I remember that album.
she's
Yes.
jazz.
Yes.
She's
Is he
jazz
still alive?
trained in jazz.
Yes.
Now,
No, she's
as a
very
lot of
good.
you don't know yet, and again, leave a comment when you can about this. But
Stupid.
we,
Leave all the comments about every single thing.
What's wrong with you?
I dabble in the jazz world. Okay, is my vice.
He dabbles.
I dabble. Now, of course, I haven't gotten back to my guilty pleasure.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Lay it on us.
and I'm sorry, we'll get back
It
to
ain't
these other
jazz, I'll
topics.
tell you that.
Over the course of the next few podcasts here, you'll know more about each of us individually.
Probably not me.
And
No.
you need to open up a little more. Jay and I will be an open goddamn book.
Yes.
Anyway, my guilty pleasure, just get it out there, is Michael Bolton. I'm sorry, I'll say it, Michael Bolton. And you just take a number of songs.
Yeah. As he's known in Austin, the ass clown.
But
Is that true?
Did you see fucking Office Space?
there were
No, there was nothing wrong with the name Michael Bolton until that ass clown got famous, started with
There,
Randy's.
has Michael Bolton, and this is.
I don't.
I'm going to let y'all in on another little thing about
you're too young,
Austin.
child.
There's a little festival we do once a year called ACL Fest.
Sucks now.
It actually, what's funny is for locals. Sorry, you two. I'm going to go and take this over for a minute.
Go ahead, please.
For the locals, it started out years ago as the Austin Aqua Festival.
Is that true?
Yes.
That's what
and I
ACL
actually used to go to that. And the last few festivals I went to were just dead as shit. Nobody was there.
Uh-huh.
So ACL took it over. Austin City Limits, again, for people who don't know. Very popular PBS
We'll get to the topic. at some
music
point.
show. Hey, I will get back to the topic.
We're only 21 minutes in.
We had a list of topics.
So they take it over. It's supposed to be some newfangled festival, and all of a sudden people start coming to town, and the rest is history. 20, 30 years, however long it's been later. Is this my show?
The Mike Menace.
We
Go ahead.
named-
No.
we named the
Wait a minute, what I'm
episode
getting
after.
at. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all. No.
Go ahead.
What I'm getting
I
at
love
is
your voice.
I need to look back into history, but I don't believe Michael Bolton has ever played ACL. But I would like to know that because
I would assume he didn't.
Yeah.
I would assume now.
Because he sucks.
Unfortunately, you're probably right.
Please.
You didn't.
No.
Speaking of the mic woman.
I would
No.
appreciate any backup on Michael Bolton that I can get.
I love Michael Bolton. I will jam out
Thank
to his
you.
music all day long.
Thank you.
What the hell?
I will. Like most, especially if they're like older ballad bands. That's my
Leave
shit.
a comment about this.
I will jam out
Eventually.
to an older ballad band. I will jam it in my car. I will play
Do you have a
it
Mike
at work.
Bolton CD?
I do not. I
So you don't jam
I don't
it
have
in your
any
car?
CDs.
Mike, you own a Kenny
I
G
got one.
CD.
I
Okay, we talked
have a
about-
number of Kenny G CDs, and
That's not jazz.
I have one or two.
That's smooth listening.
Damn You, and
For old people.
And I also
No,
have
it's not listening.
a couple of Michael Bolton CDs. I'm sorry. And I have not, whilst I have not seen Michael Bolton,
Okay.
I have,
In defense of me
I have
not
seen Kenny
owning
G.
Michael Bolton, no, I will say
They don't make
I
the
am
CD
young,
anymore? Oh.
much younger than you two.
Nisha's turning 30 this month.
I grew up on 90s country, which is not the
I don't
same.
like country.
It's
I didn't
not the
find
same,
out.
but not
it's
not
not the same.
bad.
Talking about
But
Garth
I,
Brooks?
I seriously did not find
Garth
out
Brooks
there
is
was
the
a
worst
different
artist
genre
ever.
of music until I was about 14. And then I went straight into like alt rock. And so it took me a while to get around to all these other genres. So no, I do not own a Michael Bolton CD, but I have a weird music system. And cut.
Yeah, and good.
I'm saying, I love all music except for new.
No, so what is your group or artist? She's
It's the
choked
go
now.
Okay.
Let's say we got Katy Perry, Michael Bolton, which actually, if you think about it, would make a great duet.
Are you talking about my guilty pleasure?
Your guilty pleasure.
I don't know, because I will pretty much
She's
own.
not ashamed of anything.
I will own music wise, because I'm
What
very
are you
much.
ashamed of, Nisha?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay, well,
I,
that's plenty of time.
That will be our podcast after dark segment.
No, because I'm very much a music.
I want to see the comments on that one.
Music is very much an opinion-based thing.
Apparently, we need to start a Facebook page immediately after this.
Either that or post this on YouTube because
Mike, who doesn't even have a Facebook page.
I do not. I am adamantly against social media, which is unfortunate because we're podcasting
You have
now.
Instagram?
And I'm about to start. I will be Instagramming probably in the next couple of days because we're going to start one for the show. Because we need to. You all need to see what we see, and
Yeah, you need to.
Yeah, you really do. And just stuff we need to post. We're going to have Facebook. We're going to have, and we are going to start at Tinder. We're going to start at Tinder for Neisha. We'll give you her name. And we appreciate it. We appreciate.
Probably by the time you get this, it'll be 30.
We appreciate.
She's actually a Caucasian. It's very confusing to a lot of people. She's worked on film sets, and everybody says, "I thought you were going to be African American."
They don't say it in those
or
words.
Russian. Well, yes, because I'm politically correct.
Now, see, getting back to that. Okay, I'm going to get back to another
topic.
thing. No, listen.
Okay,
you can't even say what people are now.
I can.
No. Earlier, when I said we were talking about married and who you're married to and what type of relationship, you can't say who. You can't say gender. You can't say that anymore.
Let me tell you something, buddy. You and I are married to the two whitest women.
I'm not saying that. If,
now you're all politically
I'm not
correct.
saying that.
Talking to a microphone. A microphone politically correct.
I'm saying I'm married, yes, and I have a daughter, but I'm not going to get into gender. I'm not going to get into race. I'm not going to do that because you can't do that nowadays. You just can't do it.
Oh,
you will be sued.
You're right.
You will
Unless
be
you're a
sued.
minority, and then you can claim, well...
I'm not going to say anything about that.
You're not a minority.
I'm not going to say
You're
I
not
would.
a minority in
Well,
any sense.
I wouldn't mind a couple
only
of
in, like, one
kickbacks,
sense,
but let's move on.
No, first
move on.
topic.
First topic. Okay,
yes.
here we go. First topic. I got to bring this up again.
We got to remember this.
First topic. Okay. Now here's a good topic. If you're a couple or a couple.
Any type of couple. This is when this started. Oh my God! Now I remember why we started this. Okay, a man and a man, a woman and a woman, man, man and a woman,
female, male, female, black,
any
white,
combination,
whatever, doesn't matter.
anybody.
Does not matter. Okay, now if you're a couple,
Which
and
me and Neisha are
you
definitely are.
you would like to have
Life
a
partners.
child.
life partners.
If you're a couple and you like to have a child, whether you're capable of doing that on your own, or you're in a relationship that doesn't quite allow for that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with having a child the natural way with one of the partners?
Yeah, so let's add a caveat to that. So there is IVF and there's
There are options,
IUI,
yeah.
which is a less expensive version of IUI or IVF. But even IUI, I think, is
What is
about
IUI?
50. It's less invasive than, or less. There's less to it. Like IVF is, they take the egg out, they fertilize it. You can check to make sure that it's genetically okay. You do a bunch of shots to prep yourself for the egg retrieval, and then they put the egg up. And whereas I think IUI, if I'm remembering correctly, they take the egg, they fertilize it, and then they just shoot it up in there, and then hopefully it'll stick. Yeah, they don't do the genetic testing or anything like. But the IUI is only about $1,500. IVF, because of the genetic testing and all this stuff, is about $15,000 to $20,000 with all the drugs and everything.
Okay, now I'm gonna jump in here because
Expected.
being a parent
That long hair, it's
and being I'm jumping in because when he started talking money, because now whilst I won't say I like to save a buck or two here and there, I am a dad who's got a daughter that's currently in daycare. She'll be in kindergarten soon. But while she's in a daycare that we pay for monthly, when money's
and Trump's not helping with that at all, is he?
Not yet. I think Comey's got a little something to do with that, but we'll see what happens there.
Good old Comey.
When money is brought up, I like to, because it's tough. It's tough having a daughter and having her in daycare and stuff. And
Yeah, it's all Comey.
anyways, so
That's why Trump's a jackass, because of Comey. Otherwise, you'd be getting free health care.
That's a new saying. Thanks, Comey.
Okay, so another topic, politics. We're gonna put this
Finish
politics
the
off for a
Let's
while.
finish the first one.
I just said that's another topic we're not going to talk about right now. Getting back to the
Did you text me to say wife?
getting back to the money part. So I listen to that when you start talking money. So which goes back to our topic, when you have those options, but yet there might be an opportunity for doing it the natural way with, say, another person.
Right. Here's how you bring Neisha into this conversation. As a fellow lover of women, Neisha is.
Yes, as we all are.
So if you, I know the thought of having something grow inside your special area, yes.
Special area.
Special
No, I
place.
consider this my special area. This is just completely off.
Your womb. Is like
It's-
mortifying to you.
I've had nightmares about that. By the way.
If you were with the woman that you love, your life partner, that's the female, not the male version, which is me, obviously.
Obviously. Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that we're life
Everyone
partners.
I'm going to watch. I'm watching.
So, thanks. My question is, to save yourself $20,000,
No.
you didn't let me finish the question.
$20,000.
You didn't have to be the one carrying it.
Okay.
So if your life partner was like, hey, I want to have a kid, you don't have to carry it because I know you'll be barfing the entire time, and not for morning sickness. Like, it's growing. It's like alien.
Fair enough, yeah. That's true.
She's like, I will grow it, but I want to save $20,000. Would you be okay letting her have an indecent proposal type situation, aka one night stand, to inseminate versus going through the $20,000 shots in the stomach?
It would really depend. We probably have to talk about a lot. I'm going to say no because there are such things as turkey basters.
What if they let you be in the room to watch?
No, absolutely not. I
What
wouldn't
if
want to watch
it's
that.
your life partner?
I would absolutely not want to watch that.
You wouldn't want to watch
I would
that.
not
No.
want to watch that whatsoever.
I know.
No, I think it would take a lot of conversation and it would ultimately be up to her, but absolutely not. I would not want
So it'd be up to her, but absolutely not.
No, I would absolutely not want to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
I also think, the L word is a thing and they use the turkey baster. We're just
The L word?
TV seemed to
Oh, the L word, like the TV show.
Oh my god, yes.
Well, I know there's a TV show.
The
That's
L
fine.
word. Is that Orange is the New Black? Is that a different show?
It was
The L
Orange is the New
Word?
Black
Less
before,
jail, more-
without jail.
Without
Like,
jail.
Without jail. And it
More
had
sex,
Jennifer
more
Beals.
lesbian
So,
sex.
it's... Now, did you ever see Flashdance?
Crazy. It had a lot more crazy, less real life crazy, or like natural crazy, not jail crazy.
Right.
Wrong.
So you're saying no. You're saying no.
Like, you wouldn't be okay with that.
I would be up for a conversation, but I would say no. Absolutely not.
But
I would rather spend the $20,000.
No,
And the reason being is... you don't have to be the one receiving.
But it's still, it's not...
She's probably going to want you to caress her or hold her.
I know what she's going to be like this. I don't want to do this either, honey. I'm doing it to save us money for our trip to around the world.
So that's where the conversation would come from. We'd have to talk about it, so I would be comfortable with the thing.
Now, this is getting a little deeper into this topic. What if you weren't okay with it, but she was?
How would that? Like, you know what? I'm ready.
How would that affect the relationship?
I don't know. I'm pretty lenient with things, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd be lenient with that.
Well, the thing is I this
leaning
sounds
to the
bad.
microphone.
I feel. Let me bring this closer to my mouth. I feel like
that's
this
true.
is what you get for feeding me alcohol.
That was her idea earlier. Now, I don't want to cut you off, but she's
But
I'm
we're
going
running
to.
out of time.
No,
You only have
you know what?
45 hours left.
You finish, and then I'll interject. Is that right? Interject.
I don't know what that
You
word
finish.
is.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I already forgot what I was going to say, dude.
You said you were saying.
But what you said was, it would be a thing where we would have to talk to each other. So this sounds bad, but I'm very much the type of person where you can have sex without feelings. And so I would.
I'm not.
Maybe. I would.
You don't think so?
I cheated on you, Jason.
I've cheated on you.
This will be another topic in a later podcast. Sex without feelings.
So it would be a
Podcast
conversation because it would definitely depend on the situation, and I would have to figure out if I would be okay. It's gonna be figured out. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at Mike's face.
Okay, we've really gotten her worked up over this topic.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. I would have to figure out. It would be a by circumstance.
Okay.
Thing. Like,
would it matter on who the?
If she was bi, you're saying that you would be okay.
No,
with
that
it?
doesn't matter. I'm not one of those people that think bi.
Now I'm sure y'all miss me.
Oh, I know it exists.
It definitely
Look
exists.
at us.
Would you say it all has to do on who the
Can't write that on there.
who the donor is? Would you agree with that? Who the donor?
That would
have something to do with it.
something to do with it.
Okay.
Well, I can't do it.
You're very pretty.
Thank you. My wife would be opposed to that.
So Mike, it is.
Whoa. Now,
Here's another topic. How would Stacia feel if?
In all honesty,
that?
I've always figured that if I was to have a kid, then it would be by someone we know just donating their sperm.
Right.
That's what I've always thought it would be.
But if given the opportunity for someone you do maybe know or have met and are okay with, and we're going to actually take another swig.
I've taken like.
I know you have. We're on a few beers in.
Okay, well, here's another topic because you're young and swinging and single.
So we're done with this topic. You didn't ask me.
How would you feel?
Okay, how would you feel about Stacia? How would you feel about your wife having sex with a woman to get pregnant?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm okay with that.
See, topic around. I'm fine with my wife having sex with another woman to try and get pregnant.
You know what?
Unlike Neisha, I would have no problem being in the room though.
I don't like that y'all singled me out for the first 17
Okay, well, here's another topic. Here's another version of that topic that we've talked about.
Uh-huh.
If, like, for instance, my sperm was shooting blanks, which we all know that's above average.
Well, that's what we hear.
Yeah,
But behind closed doors, you've always told me that it's average.
Damn you.
Aren't we all just average?
Yeah,
really?
yeah. You know, it's not like I'm in the NBA or anything. Like, I'm an average guy.
Again, you cannot say what profession you're in. You can't say what race you are. You cannot say what marital status.
I think how the mic turns on and Mike suddenly becomes the most politically correct person in the room.
I'm just looking out for a long-term success here.
Yeah, we need our sponsors. So if your sperm wasn't potent like my sperm,
viable,
which we already know is not true because he has a beautiful daughter who is the bridesmaid at my wedding. And Stacia was like, "Hey, I need a kid up in me. What are we going to do about this situation?" And I was like, and Neisha is like, if Neisha's sperm for some reason didn't swim, would you be okay with me giving my sperm to your wife?
Well, first of all, I would have a hard time.
Well, the problem, that's very apropos.
There wouldn't be a lot hard on my end, but I'd have a. Do we have a laugh track? I'd have a hard time spending the money.
Right. Okay. Oh, I know you would.
Okay. Now listen, we're not going to get into details why that is, but I like to clip a coupon or two. So I'd have a hard time with the 20. Okay, I'd have a hard time with the $20K.
I would not have a kid.
Now, I think in this situation, when you have two people. Say this is a rarity, but say you have a male and a female.
That's fair.
And in
this instance,
the male is not viable. And this is where I'm going to get some kickback here. See, I'm telling the future here. You'll see here. I'm going to get some kickback here.
Come around
in about 10 seconds. I think the male should use a brother.
No, I
told you. That was less than 10 seconds.
Well, see,
if you have a brother or someone in the family lineage, if you will, that can still similar genetics that can
Right.
still give you a similar type. Now, I'm not saying the activity, the act of it, the physique, if you will, the whole, everything would be identical. I've met Jason's brother, and it would not be identical. In fact, we don't know.
God, my mom doesn't listen to this.
We don't know for certain. It could actually,
Be superior?
It could be.
He's taller than me.
We could. It
He's
could
taller
be.
than me.
That's why he has not been able to keep some.
He's better with a computer than me too.
I mean, you're pretty shitty.
I am, but you put a guitar in my hand though.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
He wails like
okay.
I think you should use a family member. Now, if that doesn't happen, or you
See, I'm not
can't,
saying-
because
But
like in my case, I don't have a brother.
You do. It's right here.
Well, I have a brother in.
Not
that
in
make
blood.
Does
In
that
bond.
make
Not a blood
Lost?
brother. Now,
Yes.
I'm not saying we've not done some brotherly type things or activities.
There was one night where we almost got closer than brothers.
Very close.
There was somebody else involved on this thing.
There might have been someone else involved, or yeah, almost. But
that's what stopped the almost.
but again,
So what?
so you asked me would I go there?
Right.
First, I looked at the finances, and the first thing I would say with the finances is hell yeah, I'd go there. But then you start looking at the relationship, and I don't. That would be the hard part.
Right.
The relationship part, because and to be honest, I don't know if the wife would want to do that or go there.
Well, I mean,
But see, I've thought similarly. I was like, if I ever have a kid, like I would not mind either one of my brothers donating
yeah.
to be, because I'm not going to carry a kid.
Well, there you go. That
So
keeps it in the family.
But it keeps it in the family. You got the same kind of like similar genetics, and so they're still going to get like a part of me. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, I can't do anything about it. So science is lacking. So I've thought about that as well. I'm very much on the sibling train.
Well,
But I
Do
would
you
still
ever
talk to them.
envision yourself in a place in your life where you would like to be a mother?
Not right now. I don't. Even
I was like
know
you till I was
God.
about 30. When was it? About
See,
34. I think I
and,
started kind of coming around to like for my whole 20s and my early 30s. I was like, "There's no way I want a kid." There's no, and then
And see, I'm not saying that it's not. That's absolutely not a possibility. I know that thoughts change, but right now, absolutely not.
Right.
No, I
You're
cannot
so
see.
young.
I cannot see my. I have 4 brothers and sisters that I would just love a shitload of nieces and nephews, and I'd be okay with that.
Now, for me, it was my 30s, and Jason was around at that time.
I was. I've been around since your 20s.
Yes.
I still remember your 30th
again,
birthday.
That will be a topic for another podcast.
We'll do flashbacks of friendship. That'll be a topic.
Friendship flashback.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening.
Hopefully, we didn't offend.
But we probably did. Follow us on Facebook.
And Instagram.
This was
Got off topic. Anal
Blowjobs.
Oops.